you are on your way to financial abundance. And not just the inherent financial abundance that's your birthright to bring forth into your reality, which you're just turning your energy into this currency that you can spend and exchange energy with other people. You're also starting to realize that abundance is having what you need when you need it. And the more you stay in that gratitude feeling of that you are always taken care of, it's always been all right, you've always been on track, the more you've been staying in that energy, the more you're receiving. And as you continue going and breaking down these generational curses of wealth or how it's been passed down through your family, and as you're breaking those curses, you're starting to access more of how you can create wealth for yourself. Because maybe you did inherit a little bit of wealth. And if you were never taught how to use it, how to make it work for you, if you didn't have the skills developed, then how are you going to make more wealth out of it? You can only spend it. Even if everybody got $1 million overnight, I guarantee you, all that money that was circulated would just circulate back to those who know how to generate wealth. And that's what you're learning to do right now. And you know your purpose is great, and you're here wanting to help others in a deep and meaningful way because of you, all the experiences you had, all the hardships. And guess what? Nobody's going to tell your story the way you are, because you're the only one who has access to that story. It's your life, and that's what makes you unique. And whoever I'm picking up on is you're different in your own way. And whatever it is you're going to do, you may think that there's already tons of people doing this. You might have this imposter syndrome kicking in, like, oh, who am I to be doing it? I'm just an imposter. There's already tons of other people doing that. Well, guess what? Again, nobody has your story to share. And that imposter syndrome is coming from the feeling of not good enough. It's an internal feeling where you don't feel worthy. So I want you to ask yourself this question. Why? Why do I think this is happening? Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think that you're not good enough? And I want you to take a moment. And whatever comes out of your mind, say it out loud. Right now, let's go. Let's go, baby. I hope that wasn't loud on the mic. Why are you not feeling worthy enough? Why do you not feel good enough that you can do it too? Because guess what? All those other people, they've literally created a roadmap on how you can do it too. All you have to do is study. Or even hit them up and ask, DM them. Hey, what methods are you using? In fact, better yet, go on Google and start typing in how to do this. Because what you're destined for, it's not going to happen overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. You are taking action, and that is what's meant and required in your physical reality to achieve the things that you want. And here's the thing, I'm getting a lot of magician energy coming out. And the magician is such a wonderful card because it's such an alchemizing energy. When you start to put all your things together in this little cauldron or pot, and you're making your little stew, brew, whatever, and you're really cooking it up in life, and you're about to blow up in physical reality, right? Well, guess what? The magician didn't stop halfway through the spell. Like, he's not gonna be like hibbity bobbity and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna give up on the spell right before you cast your spell and you achieve everything that you want. No. And like, you know what? Like, where am I even gonna find like Wyvern's breath at this day of age? You know, like, and right now you somehow managed to get Wyvern's breath, and you just put it in your pot. So you're one step closer. And it's about inheriting these skills to keep going, because here's the reason why you're stuck. I'm getting the stuck energy right now for you, whoever you are. You're stuck like Chuck in the back of a pickup truck because there is a skill missing that you don't fully understand how to go to that next level. Because usually it's like, here's the business that you want, and here's where you are creating all this content, and then there's this one little area, this step here, right? And it could be marketing. It could be how to actually reach the people that you want to reach. Like, are you creating a client avatar? Are you looking ways to hone in on the message and the channel that you want to give to people? Are you focusing and doubling down on that? And are you learning new ways to achieve that? Because maybe that's why you're feeling like an imposter, like you're not good enough. Because there's a skill here that you are just not aware of yet. And the moment you get that last ingredient to your spell, you're going to be able to change it all around. Because you have your vision, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do. You can't give up though, just because it gets hard. Just because it gets hard right here, it's like, oh, maybe I should take this other route because this isn't working for me. Because your results start like this. They go up, and then they go down, and then they kind of reach back up here till you explode. And here's the thing, this is area where things go down, is where most people quit halfway through the spell. Because when you start and you have this excitement towards what you want to create and birth into the world and help others and assist them in a deep and meaningful way, you have all this motivation and excitement at first, and then you realize, oh man, it's a lot of work, it's really hard, it's not really happening the way I thought it would. And then you get right here and then you start thinking, oh, maybe I should try this and try that and try this. Well, what happens is a lot of the times is all these magicians start putting all these new things in the pot and creating the wrong spell, and then even creating a new pot, and they're like, all right, let's try this and that. And it's like, yeah, you will learn more skills along the way doing that. But if you stick to one thing, if you stick through it, you're going to get there eventually and finish that spell, or you're going to give up. Or worst of all, you'll never even start and put the stuff inside the pot. You got to double down on that thing that you're already good at, that you know that the world needs, that you can share, and that you're passionate and excited about. And stay in that positive outlook, knowing that that spell will eventually finish. And if you're no longer excited about this thing, because this is how you check if you're no longer excited. Think about that first time that you were excited. That very first time when you had that idea and you're like, I want to do this. I want to do this for other people. This fulfills me. I love this. Think about that moment again and tell me if, well, tell yourself this. It's just say yes or no real fast, okay? After I ask this question, do you still feel that way when you think about that moment? Yes or no? Because if you do, we got to keep at it. Because again, you're going to get there eventually, you're going to give up. And as you're breaking these generational curses, especially for wealth patterns, maybe your parents did have a lot of money, they just didn't spend it on the right things, they didn't invest it correctly, or maybe you came from a place that, didn't have very much money. So it's like, how do you even invest money? What do you even do with it? Right? Maybe your parents worked really hard for little money while you're watching people make TikToks and become millionaires. And then it's like, wait, but there's a blueprint to that, right? Because you're only focused on what you did know. That's your old story. So you got to shift and alchemize the energy to your new story, that it is possible for you, that you're learning, that you're on the way, that you're on track, that you're on your path, that you're excited, that you're passionate. That in the past, your old story was, I was not good enough. I did not feel or knew how to do these things. I felt like an imposter. Well, imagine if nobody ever did the thing and you were the first one. You're the pioneer of this. You're going to be the first one. So just pretend like you're the first one and just gather the blueprints and the data and how can you get better. Because don't wish for things to be easier. Don't wish for your spell to be easier. A good spell takes time. Wish for you to get better. Wish for you to be able to cast this and alchemize the energy in the direction that you want. So I challenge you today, find what is missing, the missing link between you having everything that you want and where you are right now and why you're stuck, and find that skill. And the best way to do that is to ask yourself, what can I do today that'll guarantee that I fail and not get to where I want to be? If you ask yourself that question, what can I do today that'll guarantee that I failed this journey? And then you're going to realize, oh man, maybe it is that marketing thing. And that's mainly the thing that you're avoiding doing because you don't know how to do it. It's scary. So ask yourself, where is that thing that I'm avoiding and what's going to guarantee that I fail? And I want you to do, if they're the same thing or they're two different things, today focus on those things and get excited for them because it's a challenge. And I challenge you. Challenges are supposed to be fun. They're made to make you better. So don't wish for it to get easier. Wish for you to get better. All right. So much love. Have an alchemizing day. Namaste. And peace out.